Hey guys, I wanted to talk a little about a conversation I had recently with a friend. And the conversation was all about transforming our mindset from victim mentality to victor mentality, especially from past trauma and past experiences in the past that have left a very strong emotional response that keep us living in a victim mentality here in the present and creating our future from the past as a result, because we're living from that emotional response. Realizing that we can't change what happened to us, we can't change the past, right? We don't have control over that. However, we do have control over the way that we hold on to past experiences, the way that we hold on to past traumatic events, the way that we transform our thinking and shift our thinking and abstract what we needed to learn from that situation is the moment that we begin to set the wheels in motion of transforming a victim mentality into a victor mentality, right? Like, what were the learnings from this past experience? What did we need to learn? I want to share with you a particular experience that I had, a personal experience. When I was 9 years of age, I found myself in a very disempowered experience. And it was a situation with a man, and for his confidentiality and respect and his families, I won't go into it. However, it left me feeling very fearful, very, very disempowered. And the stronger the trauma, the stronger the emotional response with that particular past experience, the more intense the energy lives within our nervous system. If the energy hasn't fully been felt, then the energy lives within our body. And if that particular experience hasn't been forgiven, then we're literally living right here in the present from the past, from that exact same emotional state. And if you believe that thoughts and emotions create our future, then if we haven't forgiven past experiences, past trauma, and if that emotional state still lives within our body, then we're literally creating the future based on past events. And we wonder why we're not getting results in life, right? We wonder why we're not achieving these goals and these dreams. Even though we might want things on a conscious level, we might want these goals and dreams, better relationships. There's subconscious emotions that are running the show, subconscious beliefs that are running the show, which are creating exactly what we're experiencing right now. So I wondered why, in this particular experience that happened, I wondered why whenever I'd come up into the exact same experience in the present, I'd show up in the exact same way. Disempowered, powerless, fearful, like I'd have no voice. And I wasn't getting the results I wanted in relationships because I was acting out from this trauma response. A coach of mine took me through a very powerful NLP technique called timeline therapy. You can do whatever therapy you want, but this particular NLP, it's called timeline therapy, abstracts exactly what you needed to learn from that past experience, from that trauma. And the moment I extracted exactly what I needed to learn from that past experience was the moment that I took my power back, was the moment that the wheels in motion began to transform from victimhood to victorhood, that we can't change the past. However, we can change the way that we hold on to it. Another very profound insight that I discovered was that I was no longer living there. I was no longer living in that situation. I was no longer in that memory that I had forgotten. I had forgotten because of the strong emotional response that kept playing in my nervous system when I'd get into a similar situation with men. The moment that I had realized that I was free, that little girl was free, was the moment that I gained my power back. That little girl is me. That little girl is living through me, right? She is right here in the present, completely safe, now sharing her story, inspiring others, transformational life coaching, using hypnotherapy and NLP and speaking to change and transform lives, that she had won, that this little girl had won, living free right here, now in the present, sharing her story of change and transformation. Just a reminder that your story of transformation isn't for you. It's for the lives waiting to be touched by your story of healing, your story of liberation, from your story of transformation. Realizing that we can't change what happened to us, however, we can change the way that we hold on to it. And our message and our story of transformation offers hope for others that one day their story too will also be their victory. So I encourage you and I invite you to ask yourself, what are the lessons that needed to be learnt? And how can I use my story of healing, of change, of transformation to begin to inspire and empower and offer hope for others? So, and also a reminder that you're here now, living in the present, and you are free right here. If you're here right now, that you are the victor, you are the victory, and you are here now, living in the present, living free. How do you choose now to live now in the present with this wisdom that you gained from these past experiences? And how will you use these wisdom and these teachings to change and transform lives in the future?